How can a country survive more than 10,000 years of history? How could it face the greatest conquerors, watch empires rise and fall, and still stand today at the very heart of the Middle East's biggest issues? That country is Iran, a vast, mysterious land, crossroads of civilizations. Once called Persia, it has seen the Elamites, the Persians, the Greeks, the Parthians, the Sassanids, the Mongols, the Safavids, and every single time, it has managed to be reborn. Its secret? A millennia-old culture, a deep identity, and an almost unique ability to absorb change without ever disappearing. Even today, its fate lies at the center of global tensions. So sit back, get comfortable, because what you're about to hear is going to take you across thousands of years. A forgotten cradle of civilization, it all begins long before most people imagine. On the Iranian plateau, between the Zagros Mountains and the Central Desert, human communities have already been living for over 100,000 years. 10,000 years ago, people here were among the first in the world to domesticate goats and sheep, to cultivate the earliest cereals, to shape beautiful pottery. By around 4,400 BCE, the city of Susa was already a thriving hub of trade and craftsmanship. It became the capital of a mysterious empire, the Elamites. Impressive ziggurats, enigmatic writing, powerful kings who rivaled Babylon itself. Long before the arrival of the Indo-European tribes, the Elamites laid the foundations of urban life and organized society on the plateau. What's striking is this incredible continuity. Despite invaders, despite disasters, Iranian society has always bounced back, thanks to fertile lands, protective mountains, and its unique position as a bridge between Asia, India, and the Mediterranean world. Have you ever wondered how one of the ancient world's largest empires got its start? It all began with the Medes, a powerful people from ancient Iran. Around 612 BC, they teamed up with the Babylonians to topple the mighty Assyrian Empire, creating a power vacuum in the region. This set the stage for an ambitious young leader named Cyrus. Though his grandfather was a Median king, Cyrus rebelled and united the Medes and Persians under his own rule, founding the Achaemenid Empire. This was Cyrus the Great, famous for his military genius and his respect for the cultures he conquered. After Cyrus, the empire reached its peak under Darius I. He was an incredible administrator, organizing the vast territory into provinces, building the royal road for communication, and introducing a standardized currency. From a small kingdom to a world superpower, the rise of Persia truly changed the course of history. Ever wonder how a culture survives conquest? Let's talk about Alexander the Great and Persia. In 334 BCE, Alexander crossed into Asia with one goal: to destroy the Persian Empire. And he did. In just a few years, he defeated King Darius III, marched into the capital Persepolis, and burned it to the ground. The mighty Achaemenid dynasty was finished. But here's the twist: you can't just erase a culture. Alexander's successors, the Seleucids, had to rule this vast land. They ended up relying on the Persian way of doing things, using their administrative systems, their officials, and even their tax methods. The Greeks were in charge, but the foundation was still Persian. Eventually, the Iranian people pushed back. A new power, the Parthians, rose up and drove the Greeks out. They revived the Iranian language and built a powerful empire that even held off the Romans. Persia was invaded, but it was never truly conquered. The Sassanians, the last pre-Islamic golden age then, in 224 CE, the Sassanians arrived. Ardashir I overthrew the last Parthian king and launched a new golden age. Centralized monarchy. The king of kings, Shahanshah, ruled with a disciplined nobility. Zoroastrianism became the state religion, with its fire temples, powerful priests, and strict moral code. Society was rigidly hierarchical: priests, warriors, farmers, each with their place. Art flourished: vaulted palaces, rock reliefs carved into cliffs showing royal victories. Silk Road cities became incredibly wealthy. But this giant had a fatal weakness: endless wars with Rome and Byzantium, rebellious nobles, crushing taxes on the people. When a new army, driven by a young faith, rose from Arabia, the exhausted empire could not resist. Arab conquest, Mongol trauma, and Persian rebirth in 651 CE. The last Sassanian king died in flight. Persia entered the world of Islam, but never lost its soul. Yes, Iran became Muslim, but it was never Arabaized. The Persian language survived. Persian culture flowered again. Poets like Ferdowsi wrote the Shahnameh, the epic of kings. Scholars like Avicenna, Ibn Sina, and Al-Razi laid the foundations of modern medicine. Then came another catastrophe, the Mongols. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan's armies devastated Iran, destroyed cities, massacred populations, burned libraries. A deep trauma still remembered today. Yet slowly, the Mongol Ilkhan rulers converted to Islam and adopted Persian culture. Once again, Iran transformed its conquerors into protectors of its heritage. Ever wondered how modern Iran got its unique identity? Let's rewind to 1501. A charismatic young leader, Ismail, declares himself Shah. His vision? To unite a fractured land and forge a new national spirit. His boldest move was making Shi'a Islam the state religion. At the time, this was a minority belief, but it set Iran on a distinct path, separating it from its powerful Sunni neighbors like the Ottoman Empire. This wasn't just a religious shift, it was the birth of a new political and cultural consciousness. Under Safavid rule, cities like Isfahan blossomed into wonders of the world. Imagine turquoise-domed mosques, sprawling palaces, and bustling bazaars where merchants from Europe and Asia met. This was a golden age of art, architecture, and trade. But empires rise and fall. Constant wars with the Ottomans and a final, devastating invasion by Afghan forces weakened the dynasty. In 1722, the capital fell, and the Safavid era came to a close, but its legacy, the very soul of modern Iran, endures. Qajars, Pahlavis, and the Islamic Revolution, the Qajar dynasty, 18th to 19th centuries, was a time of decline. Russia and Britain carved away influence and territory. Corruption spread. The country shrank. Then, in 1925, an officer named Reza Khan seized power and crowned himself Reza Shah Pahlavi. His goal? Forced modernization. Build an army, construct roads, open secular schools, ban the veil in cities. His son, Mohammad Reza Shah, went even further. Land reform, women's emancipation, rapid Westernization. But these top-down changes created deep resentment. Political repression was brutal. Inequalities grew. Traditional and religious values felt under attack. In 1979, the people rose up behind Ayatollah Khomeini. The Shah fled into exile. The Islamic Republic of Iran was born. From the ancient Achaemenid kings to the modern Ayatollahs, Iran is a land defined by trial and rebirth. This nation has faced countless invasions, devastating catastrophes, and sweeping revolutions. Yet, through it all, its vibrant culture has survived, its poetic language has endured, and its national pride has been reforged in fire, time and time again. Today, Iran stands at a critical crossroads. A youthful generation, hungry for global connection, faces a rigid, traditional regime. The country's future now depends on a delicate balance, reconciling an extraordinary millennia-old heritage with the undeniable challenges of modernity. Will this nation, with its truly singular destiny, once again manage to reinvent itself? Only time will tell. Tell me in the comments, which era of Iran's history surprised you the most? And if you enjoy this kind of deep historical content, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next journey.